In this video, I'm going to give you a quick overview of how to use the Engenius cloud-based system for managing your access points. In this example, I'm doing it for Turangi free Wi-Fi, which I've just set up. So let's have a look. The first place you'll need to go is cloud.engenius.ai, and if it hasn't already been set up, you can set up your account and then verify it, and then you can start adding devices to it. So I'm not going to show you how to add devices yet. First, I'm just going to give you an overview of how the system works. So as you can see, as soon as we log in, there's issues detected, and that's because I've already packed up some of the access points to get ready to ship to Turangi, so we know that's not an issue. Now, if you've got the app on your phone from Engenius, it's called, let me find out for you, it's called Cloud to Go. You can with that app, it will actually notify you if an access point goes down. You can also use the app to easily add new devices, but you don't actually need the app, and I'll show you why later on. So we've just got our overview here. If we had clients using it, it would show us how many clients we had, what bandwidth they're using, such as 2.4 gig or 5 gig, and then it's going to show us the data throughput, and it gives us all these other really nice statistics, even down to things such as encrypted data, who's using Google, Amazon, etc. So that's just your overview of statistics. Then you're going to have a look at access points. So we can see that we've got 5 access points here, but only one of them is a gateway. That's the iSite. When the system is hooked up, these other 4 access points are part of the mesh and will reroute clients, such as people's phones and laptops, back to the iSite, and it will use the internet connection that's available there. So we can see the status of all of these, the last time they logged in, and how long they've been up. We don't have any switches, don't need to worry about topology, map, or floor plans. Clients you might want to have a look at. I'm the only one that's connected, but if you find a client that's abusing the system, you can just kick them off, or you can even block them if you want to. Or you can make them a VIP. I think if they're a VIP, they don't have to click the continue button when they're first logging in. Not sure though, haven't tried it. And let's have a look at our settings here. Right, so this is how I've set up this system, and it would be pretty much the same for any other free wireless based system. So this one's called Turangi free Wi-Fi. First thing you have to do is make it enabled. I'm not using 6 gigahertz, so I'm hiding that, and I've only ticked 2.4 and 5 gigahertz, and it must be open. Another setting that's important is that it must be in NAT mode, and what that means is that none of the other users on the network can see each other's devices. And that's all you need to know for that page. On our free wireless network, we also limit the speed, so it's limited to 2 megabits up and down. And that just makes sure nobody abuses the system. And if we find that we're not using a lot of data, if we wanted to, we could increase that to 3 or 4 megabits. Captive portal has to be enabled because we're using the open system where they don't have to provide a password. So we enable captive portal, and the type is click through, and we don't need anything else in there. And then you've got to set up your splash page. So we're using the local splash page. I've just put some basic data in there for them. This is what they see when they first connect to the network. This is what it would look like on a small smartphone. And to access the network, all they have to do is click continue to internet. We also schedule this system to not be available from midnight to 5 a.m. And again, that stops people from abusing it. And access control, this would show all the people that are blocked and all the people that are VIPs. These other two aren't important. You've got an event log and the cloud-based system, which we're not using. And then down the bottom here, you can do more reports, but we've had nothing going through, so we're not going to do reports. Then you've got organizational members, so you can add other members here. They might only be given rights to have a look at the statistics. I've just added a member and given them full admin access, so they can change settings if they want. And then right down at the bottom, we've got organization, and once the customer is happy with the system, I encourage them to enable two-factor authentication so they can keep the system nice and secure. Right. Normally, people would use the app to add devices, but there's another way you can do it. Go down to the bottom to organization and click on inventory and license. This shows all the inventory that's in it. But instead of using the app on your phone, and it does actually use quite a bit of power, just click register device, and then you'll add the serial number of the device, which is on the back of it in here. And of course, I've already done that, so they've been added. Once you add the device into inventory, you then go back, and in my case, they're access points, and then you go add from inventory, and it would be in here, and then you'd click apply. Now, when it's in here, it's not automatically going to connect. You can plug the power into it through the PoE injector, and it will boot up, but the power light on it will just keep flashing because it's looking to join this group. But to do that, of APs, but to do that, you have to go to settings, radio settings, and then you click on auto pairing. So our units are outdoor units, so we just click on auto pairing for those. And I enabled mesh on both indoor and outdoor 5G frequencies for mesh, and then you just click auto pairing, and that's going to run for 8 minutes, and then the unit will automatically detect the other Engenius wireless mesh units around it, and it'll join, and it'll come up over here. You don't even have to put any settings on it, and it will automatically configure itself to become part of this network. And that's how easy it is to use the Engenius Cloud Network for your mesh AP units.